Hello everybody, this is Manu and welcome to another Eternal News here on EternalTitans.com. Today I want to talk about the announcement of the first ECQ called Defiance. So let's take a look. It's pretty amazing. They finally announced the first Eternal Championship qualifier. It is called Defiance, like the new set, but it seems like it will not be with Defiance yet because from what they said in the Defiance announcement, Defiance should be dropping after. So this first one should be without Defiance, and then we get the actual set Defiance after this event a week or two later in December. Because it would also be like, first of all, the set will come out in December. This starts in November, so that would break the announcement before. Second of all, even if not, it would basically drop right like on Friday of the day of the event, which would be a bit extreme even for highly competitive people to figure out a new set and a new format this way, even without a rotation. Having like 250 new cards to figure out is a lot. So this is, since it also doesn't say anything specific here, will be pretty sure without Defiance, and then we get Defiance as part of December. I will assume the December chapter will also be called Defiance, just like Fall of Argenport did, and then like late December, maybe before Christmas, we'll get the new set somewhere similar to the Christmas set last year. Alright, so the first ECQ has a prize pool of $5,000. That means first prize $2,000, runner-up $1,000. Prizes for the entire top 8. Top 4 gets $500 still, and top 8 gets $250. And we also have ECQ points. If you make it to the top 8, to the top 8, 6. If you make it to the top 16, you get 4. If you make it to the top 32, you get 2. And if you make it into the cutoff at all, you still get at least 1 point. Keep in mind, the I think 32 highest point leaders will play a tournament at the end of the season if they are not like the 32 people that are not qualified but have the highest ECQ points, and the winner of that tournament will get another slot. It used to be 2 slots, but with the split of the challenge into ranked and draft challenge being 1 slot each instead of the Masters Showdown being 1 slot, they took 1 slot away from this points showdown tournament. Also, there is a code of conduct that I will go over in a moment that is important, especially for tournament play. Qualifiers will be played just the way the test tournaments were played. Begins on Friday the 13th at 10 AM MDT and ends on Saturday at 4 PM MDT. So I think that's like, if I'm not mistaken, 10 or 12 at night on Saturday for my time zone. And yeah, I think it's usually 6 in the afternoon my time zone and midnight my time zone on Saturday. So that's a pretty reasonable time frame. It's a very convenient time frame for the Europeans, I would say. Because you can it basically starts when a lot of people come home from work on Friday and ends before people go to bed on Saturday if they want to be fresh for next day for the 64 and stuff, for the top 64, and like maybe get some chops in before the 64 and figure out what deck they want to play in the top 64. And yeah, qualifiers, 28 games, win or lose. So I guess it won't be an event like before. Not sure if they even will cost gold. Oh yeah, exactly. It costs 30,000 gold to enter. So they basically, or 1,600 gems, which is 16,000 gold. So they are a lot cheaper in gems, but yeah, real money. So 30,000 gold is more than right now, because right now there were 16,000 gold for the 4 runs, but it's 1 run of 28 games, not a tournament you can keep entering and gain prizes. So they made it just like one-time event with 28 games, 30,000 gold. The rest stays the same, so probably a 28 will get you to the top 64 usually. It might even be a bit lower attendance with the hefty price tag now, because before you had people just casually playing because it was worth it with the rewards and everything, and it wasn't expensive, but now the 30,000 gold makes sure that only the people that really want to compete will compete, so it'll probably mean some 99 players will sneak into the top 64 as well, would be my guess. Finals begin at 11 AM MST, or usually 7 in the evening, in the late afternoon of my time zone on Sunday. Finals are best of 3 and qualifying stage best of 1 as before. And then yeah, you can still play a different deck in the finals than in the qualifying event, but you cannot play multiple decks in the qualifying event anymore because it's one run. So you can play one deck in the qualifying event and then play a different deck in the bracket stage, but that's it. So at most 2 different decks, not like 5 different decks like before. And yeah, deck lists will not be posted before the event is over, so nobody has access to any deck lists. And here it says people that didn't make it in the top 64 will get prizes based on leaderboard standings, and you get at least 20 packs. So you that's the first event where you can win less than what you invested. So if you do poorly and paid 30,000 gold, you get 20,000 gold in packs back, 20 packs. So you will have to finish at a certain place to at least break even on gold to pack ratio, which is reasonable because they're putting real money on the line here, and people don't have to necessarily spend real money to enter, so you can enter a tournament for free effectively that you can walk home with $2,000, so that's pretty great. So and yeah, and then you just have pack prices in addition to the points and money for the top 64. Here, let's take a quick look at the code of conduct. Oh, and of course, there will be coverage on Sunday for all of you, as expected. And here's the code of conduct. It has major aspects: integrity, streaming, character, results, and eligibility. Integrity means you can only enter with one account and so on. I won't go over these in detail, just make sure you read them. Streaming, you're not allowed to watch the broadcast matches while you're playing in them to not get an unfair disadvantage, even if they have like a 5 or 10 minute delay, for example. You can stream yourself, spectators may not assist players in any way, and so on. That will be hard to avoid because people will just be playing with friends in Skype calls and just sharing their screen and stuff, just like they do on Magic Online. Technically it's not allowed, and everyone does it because it's really hard to avoid. And yeah, they encourage people to stream with a delay if they want to stream it. And yeah, character regarding harassment, hate speech, bullying, and so on, and sportsmanlike conduct. And yeah, results are final and so on, tiebreakers explained, and yeah, direwolf employees and people related to direwolf and their employees are not eligible to play for their time being associated with them and 2 years after. Just formalities here. I'll be posting both of these announcements as links in the description below for you guys to check out in detail. This is pretty exciting. Competitive Eternal is really taking off now, and I can't wait, and the new set also looks amazing. There were a bunch of cool spoilers on the stream today that I will go over in the next Eternal News video after this one, so watch out for it. And of course, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification icon to not miss out on the spoiler review of the latest spoilers, and leave a comment and drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Follow me on social media and on my stream to catch me live streaming Eternal in a bit, while we wait for the Artifact beta to go live tonight. Alright, that's it again for this Eternal News update with the Eternal Championship qualifier announcement. I'm your host Manuez. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.